So I'm live. Think I'm vertical this time. Let me know. Am I live? Oh, okay, I am live. Okay, 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 okay. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. All right. All right. I guess people will start coming in. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead. Listen, I'm trying to do this vertical thing, child. It says I'm live, but there's nobody in here yet. All right. Okay, I see people coming in here now. I see people coming in here now. Now I don't think my monetization is on. I can't. Can y'all see a dollar sign? Is the monetization on this video? Priest, I'm so sorry. I saw your message late. I haven't even finished watching Beyond the Gates for this week, child. I think I'm still on Wednesday's episode. So you don't see the dollar sign? Yeah, I don't think the monetization is on. The Smo Nanny. Okay. I don't know if I could turn the monetization on. Hold on. You see the super chat is on? Do you see the gifting? Do you see the gifting thing? Yeah, I'm trying to play around with this vertical, y'all. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it every single time I go live, but because I can only do it from my phone anyway. So, but I'm gonna try to play around with this vertical. You see the cash sign? Okay. Do y'all see the gift sign? Oh, let me turn my phone on do not disturb. Oh, it's already on sleep. Let me put it on do not disturb. All right, it's on do not disturb. Okay. Okay. All right, Trees. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Okay, so it is oh shoot. I forgot. Look up to get more stream, y'all. I'm trying to highlight it. Okay. Ebby, if you see the gift sign or somebody, I just want to see what it looks like. Cause somebody send me a gift and I'll cash app it to you. I'll cash app you the money back. I just want to see what it look like. Cause they said it looks like the like on TikTok or Bigo or whatever. I just want to know I just want to see what it looks like. I'll give you the money back. I'll cash app it to you, but if you see it. Thank you, Treats, for the super chat. Oh, is that a super sticker? Hey y'all, hey, hey, hey. So yes, I made it to Detroit. I left this morning. Um, it was a really good drive. It was a really good drive. Um, didn't hit a whole lot of traffic. I said I wanted to be on the road before 9 o'clock, and I literally by the time I was literally on the road at like quarter to 9. Okay, so you still don't see the gift button. Okay. All right. Thank you. I just want to see what the gift looked like. I'm just being nosy, but you still don't see it? Okay. Oh, you know what? Don told me I did have to go in and turn it on. So I have to go into my studio. Okay. No, I remember Don did tell me that. Don did tell me I have to go in and I have to turn it on, which is crazy, but okay. All right. Now I do remember. Thank y'all for looking though. Thank y'all for checking. So I gotta enable the gifting. Okay, no problem. It is what it is. Okay, so like I said, I'm playing around with this vertical thing. So, but yeah, so I got here pretty good. I made a couple of, I decided that I wasn't gonna rush. So when I felt like I needed to stop, I stopped. I didn't make a lot of stops, but I didn't gas up before I left. So I got breakfast before I left the house. I mean, when I left the house, I stopped and got some breakfast, and I didn't gas up before. Okay, thank you, Symmetry. So the cash out, yeah, I have to go in and I have to do the gifting option. I remember now. I remember Don saying that yesterday or the day before yesterday. Um, and so I knew I was gonna have to gas up again, and I was like, by the time I have to stop and get gas, I have to go to the bathroom. So that's what I did. So the first time I stopped, I got gas and I had to go to the bathroom. So I gassed up. Um, and then I stopped in Ohio. That's the picture that I posted. That was in Ohio. And then I stopped one more time when I was about an hour outside of Detroit. So yeah, I don't think I like the vertical business. I can't leave the app and just listen. Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't like watching other people's verticals because of that. And it's hard to rewind back. Like it's hard to rewind back. But for the content creator, it's advantageous because it helps you pick up subscribers. I have seen that for myself with other people that do verticals on a regular basis. It puts you in, like Ray was saying the other day, it puts you in the shorts algorithm. I guess because of the way the verticals look, it puts you in the same algorithm with shorts. So it helps you pick up subscribers. Again, I'm not saying that I'm going to do this regularly because I mean, I can't do verticals from my computer, and if I'm on my computer, I'm gonna do StreamYard. But when I'm on my phone, like right now while I'm in Detroit, I'll probably do verticals when I'm on my phone. And again, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it every single time, I'm not, but listen, we trying to get to 20K. Baby, we are trying to get to 20K before the year's up, honey. We are trying to get to 20K. So we trying to figure out what we gotta do. We trying to figure out what we gotta do. So I'm outside right now. I'm in my car. Baby, that daggone Benji. Oh, he riding. Oh, he is ratting. He is ratting. My niece got him ratting. But he's a sweetie. He's not bad though. He just ratting. He think that you are supposed to pet him all day, every day. All day, every day. He thinks that is his job. Is that he's supposed to lay on the couch and you supposed to pet him. That is what is supposed to happen. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see here. What's up, JB Boo? Maybe do breaking stories, lives under 30 minutes. Yeah. You know what, Tracy? That's actually a good idea. When I just want to do like a quick live, yeah, like when I'm at work. Y'all know how sometimes do lives from work, like during my lunch break, or sometimes sometimes I just close my door. I just close my classroom door and lock the door, honey. Sometimes I just be it'd be my, you know. But yeah, that's actually Tracy. I like that, even though I don't want to think about going back to work right now. But I like that idea. Uh-huh. Hold on a second, y'all. Yep, that's smart, Tracy. Symmetry. I made it to your hometown. You're from Detroit. That is where I am for the weekend. You have any suggestions on some things we can do? Tomorrow we're going to go to the Eastern Market, which DC has the Eastern Market. So I'm sure it's similar to DC's Eastern Market, where they have like it's like a farmers market, and then they have like vendors and stuff like that. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Um, I do, child Tracy. I lock that door so don't nobody come into my classroom while I'm live. You know what I'm saying? I lock that door, honey. Um. We're gonna go to Bell Island tomorrow or Sunday. Either tomorrow or Sunday. We're gonna go to Bell Island. I've never been to Bell Island before. Um, Usually when I come to Detroit, I've gone over to Canada both times, and I didn't even bring my passport, y'all. I was like, mm-mm. I said I ain't playing these games with these mofo's. I might go over to Canada and they won't let my ass back in. I was like, nah, I ain't fooling with it right now. I'm gonna wait till the world gets right back on this axle before I be driving across the border. Now I will get on a plane and fly. I know that sounds crazy. I know some of y'all are like, what's the difference between driving across the border and flying? I don't know what the difference is, but in my mind, I'll get on a plane and fly outside of the country. But driving over across the border into Canada, I don't know. It just didn't seem appealing to me. It just didn't seem appealing to me, okay? But I'm not using the first time I'm going out of the country is February of next year. Unless something come up that I don't know about. So hopefully by February of next year, I'll just pray. That's all I'm gonna say about that is pray. Haven't lived in a long time. The Eastern market should be good. Okay, I understand. Hey, Dovey. Belle Isle. I used to enjoy visiting Greek Town. I think we went to Greek Town. I think one other time I visited, we went to Greek Town. I know we went to what's the name of the area? I don't remember the area of town we went to before. But we went to another area. It was really nice. We went to like a bakery there. It was real nice little spot. We went to a Chinese restaurant, like a real nice, like high-end Chinese restaurant. Like they had sushi and stuff in downtown Detroit one time. That was a real nice spot. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a real nice spot. Um, I guess if it had sushi, it was Japanese. I'm sorry, it was a Japanese restaurant. Um, we went to a Jamaican spot tonight for dinner. It was okay. It was okay. I've had better, but it wasn't horrible. There's also the Charles H. Wright Museum. I've been there. It's really nice. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I think about going to the Henry Ford Museum. Um, I don't know if I don't I'm not doing a disc visit, but I've been debating about should I do it at all. I'm doing the Stars of the Sea in December, and I think we are going to Mexico. Okay. Yeah, again, and I know that sounds weird. I know y'all are like, what? That doesn't make sense. I'm not worried about flying. I'm not worried about cruises, but it's something about being in a car by yourself. Well, me and my niece and just driving to Canada. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But then I got like about an hour away from my house and was like, girl, you should have took your damn passport. Cause why not? Then I thought about it and was like, girl, you should have took your damn passport. Okay, can y'all tap the screen? That's how when you're on vertical, that's how you hit the like button. So can y'all tap the screen? We got 41 people in here and 28 likes. Well, the likes are pretty decent. We got 28 likes. So thank you. Hey Shakira. So I guess couple of things happened today while I was traveling. So the first thing is the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit has been settled. I told y'all that last week. And I mean, I ain't no lawyer, so I'm not saying I had any authority that I knew for certain, for certain, for certain. You don't have the passport card ID. No, I just got the book. I didn't get the card. I just got the book. Um, I mean, I have my real ID, like I have that, but no, I just have my passport book. But um But anyway, I told y'all last week when Shannon Sharp's attorneys had not responded to the lawsuit, I said, "Oh, they trying to settle this." And here's what my logic behind it is. And again, I didn't go to nobody's law school, but this was the logic in my mind. The logic in my mind was they didn't want to respond to the lawsuit because they didn't want to add more fuel to the fire. They knew that the minute they filed a response to that lawsuit, all of the bloggers were going to go live and read the response just like we read the original lawsuit. And it was going to be a whole nother firestorm of publicity, good, bad, or indifferent. And people were going to dissect everything that was said in that response, right? I figured they were trying to settle the lawsuit and they were trying to they didn't want to bring no more attention than had to be brought to it. Then when they had the court date last week and the Jane Doe didn't show up, nor Busby showed up, I said, "Oh, they trying to settle this," because I didn't think they didn't. There was never a doubt in my mind that I don't Busby's not I mean, I know people don't like Busby, but I don't think Busby would have forgotten he had a court date. There was a reason why they didn't show up for court. And I know they said, well, we agreed that we would extend it. Yeah. Y'all agreed that y'all both sides agreed to an extension because I was in the back room somewhere with notepads full of paper, writing down, crossing out, editing, rewriting, writing it again, editing. You can use your real ID to drive into Canada. You know what? My niece said that she thought that all I needed was a real ID. So I'll tell her that when I go back in the house. She sleep right now, child. But she asked me that. She was like, "You don't have a real ID?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a real ID." So she said that. Okay, well maybe we will drive into Canada then. Because they're like, maybe we could find a nice place to go to lunch Sunday and drive over there and go to lunch on Sunday. No. Yeah, that's the one I have. Not the real ID, the enhanced ID, the one with the star on it. I think that's what I have. Hold on. Because I just renewed my driver's license. Hold on. Let me look at my wallet. I got my wallet with me right now. Let me see. Because I had to renew my driver's license last month. Let me see. I think this got the star. Yeah, this has the star on it. Yeah, this the real ID. Yeah. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll find a nice restaurant. Maybe we'll find a nice restaurant to go to. Yeah, maybe we'll go to a nice restaurant, drive over there, hang out for a little bit. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. So yeah, so Shannon Sharpe has settled the lawsuit, and listen, I need people, and when I say people, I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all know that. I'm saying I need people to fully understand that a settlement is not an admission of guilt. But at the end of the day, Shannon Sharp was losing a whole lot of money and potential money the longer this lingered on. And again, God forbid what would have come out had they gone through and did he responded, discovery, all that other stuff that happens. So again, now, do I think she got $50 million? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not think she got $50 million. But I do think she got a good piece of change and she done signed an airtight, settlement agreement where she can't never speak on this thing ever again. Ever, ever again. And Shannon Sharp, at the very least, I hope the lesson you learn is to get an NDA. I mean, do I think that Shannon Sharp is going to stop messing with young girls? Nope. Do I think that Shannon Sharp is going to stop playing race games and BDSM or whatever it is that he's into kink wise? No, because that's what gets him off. And there's no shame in that. There's absolutely no shame in two consenting adults indulging in whatever type of freaky sex they like. There just isn't. I don't have no problem with that. But my only issue is make sure you're dealing with somebody that understands what's going on, and at the very least, if they have some sort of nefarious thoughts, that you're covered with an NDA. That's the best thing I can say. Been live for almost 20 minutes. Shannon is 6 months, start dating around 30 plus, stay out the 20s. He's not gonna do that because he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. I do not believe that Shannon Sharp is going to stop dating women in their 20s for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, clearly that's his type, that's what he likes. But reason number two, men cannot deal with their own mortality, right? The older they get, the younger they want because it makes them feel like it strokes their ego. So I do not see, as much as Shannon Sharp probably need to go find him a 30, 40-year-old woman, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. I don't believe it. But I do find it interesting. He done settled this lawsuit in enough time for football season. Didn't I tell y'all he be back? I mean, I know I mean, he hasn't officially been taken off of suspension from ESPN, but I would not be surprised if when preseason roll around, Shannon Sharp is back on ESPN. I will talk crazy to him 2 million. Yeah, I mean, listen, and I don't understand why rich people who are into that kind of shit don't just like same thing with Diddy. Like, you're a rich person and you're into that kind of shit. Go and find a discreet escort service and do that. Like, anyway, I'm not going back down the Diddy road, but Shannon Sharp, find you a very discreet escort service and pay for what exactly it is you like. And the women there know what the rules are. They get paid very well to go and let you slap them around, let you talk to them crazy, let you choke them. If you want them to say, "Come here, my big black, bring me that big black D," baby, you are paying for it. And which means that you know exactly what you're getting, and at the end of the night, ain't nobody walking away with no hurt feelings. That's just, I mean, we grown folks here. We grown folks. We're not gonna live in no world like act like this shit don't happen. Okay? We're not gonna pretend like that ain't the world. Exactly, Tracy. He'll be back for football season, child. Sure will. And slowly but surely, his sponsors are going to come back because, again, like I said, the crowd that he caters to is not a Me Too kind of crowd. Like his brand caters to sports fans, majority men, and majority 30, 40-year-old men, right? Men who look up to him for the football career that he had, and a lot of these men are going to give him a high five in the gym, like, yeah, man, he was just a thought, man. You know what I mean? Like, those are the people. So his fan base is not going to be mad. Like, they're not going to hold a grudge. His fan base is good. They're fine. Exactly, Abby. Exactly. That's why I say he's not going to stop dating young women. He's not. Cause that's what gets him off. That's what gets him. If older women is what got him off, that's who he would be dating. But the fact that that's not what he dates, and I mean, I'm gonna use date loosely, but the fact that that's not what he dates, well, you know, I understand if he wanted more children, then okay, but at least pick a person 24 or older that's also mature and solid enough to take on those types of roles. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. Because it's the power of forcing someone to do your bidding. Ooh, Debbie said, what? Baby, did y'all see that CEO and the head of HR get caught down to the Coldplay concert? And why the CEO had the nerve to want to get mad talking about something? It was an invasion of his privacy. Sir, you were at a public event. There is no expectation of privacy when you're in the middle of a goddamn stadium. Where's the expectation of privacy? Sir, what? Clearly, they've done this before. They were way, way too comfortable swaying to the music, booed up the way they was booed up. They were way too comfortable. They have done this before. That was not their first date. That was not their first public excursion, their first public outing. They just were not expected to be put on the cam. They just weren't expected to be put on the cam, honey. Right, slow rocking and shit. She's the head of HR, Lauren. So not only is it a huge HR issue, she is HR. Like, how dumb can you be? They both put on leave. Well, you know what that means. Tracy, you are HR expert. That is the epitome of a violation. You are the head of HR. They said his wife done already changed her name on Facebook, honey. They said his wife has already taken his name off of her name on Facebook, child. She had a hyphen name. She took his name off of the hyphen and she just got her maiden name up there, honey. Now that's what they said. I didn't go check for myself, but that's what the people told me. That's what they told me. They said that she done took that man name off and then turned off her comments. I said, I know that's right. Yeah, she's like the CFO of human capital. That's just a fancy name for HR child. Hope she gets a lot of money, child. Because I don't think they have a prenup. I mean, I don't know when they got married, but he wasn't the CFO when they got married. They probably ain't got no prenup. They say that she just purchased a home with her husband 5 months ago, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. They say she just purchased a home. Oh, the lady that was cheating? Baby, that's ugly. And can you imagine what lie did you tell your wife and what lie did you tell your husband to get out of the house? And you was at a whole play concert. Like, y'all wasn't at dinner. Y'all didn't get caught coming out of the movies. Y'all were at a whole concert. What lie did you tell? Because the concert, you're not getting home before midnight. Like, the concert probably ain't over till 10, 11 o'clock. By the time you get out of the venue, you get to your car, or you get to your Uber, and then you got to go back to wherever you left your car because I'm sure he ain't pick you up from your house. Y'all probably met up in a parking lot down the street or something. And then by the time you get home, it's probably close to midnight. What story did you say you was going out with your friends? Did you say that the girls were going to see Coldplay? Like, did you tell you said the fellas were going to go see Coldplay? Your wife didn't want to see Coldplay? Your husband, he not a Coldplay fan? Like, I just wonder what the lie was. I'm gonna tell you what I think it was, y'all. And I don't know this to be a fact. I'm just making this up. I'm just making up. Y'all walk with me now. Walk with me. I'm making up a story. Y'all walk with me. Y'all know how a lot of these big companies, these big corporations, a lot of times they get tickets to events like this. They either already have a box, like a lot of companies have boxes at stadiums where when different events come up, they get tickets where they can, wine and dine people, or they can give them away to the executive staff can use it or whatever like that. A friend of mine, once upon a time, she was a VP at SunTrust. Well, actually, she was a branch manager. Excuse me. She was a branch manager for SunTrust. It's now Truist, but it used to be SunTrust. And they had a box at Capital One Arena. Back then, it was the Verizon Center, and she didn't have first priority for, obviously she didn't have first priority. But if there were events happening that nobody else wanted the tickets for, she could get the tickets. And we used to go to a lot of Mystics games when the WNBA first started. It was only like a couple of years old. And of course, none of the white guys wanted to go to the WNBA games. They wanted to go to the NBA games. So we used to go to the WNBA games. I used to go to the Mystics games all the time and sit in her box. So I'm telling you, that's what probably was that company that he was the CFO for. They probably had a corporate box, and they went to go see Coldplay, honey. Hmm. Now I made that up. I don't know that to be true. I ain't read no article that said that. I'm just telling you what I think had happened, child. Miss Birthday, it's probably no notification that went out because I literally just hit the live button. I didn't schedule it or anything like that. So, as an HR professional, employee relations, I can say that the investigation is going to be messy. Oh, it is. Maybe because she ain't going to leave him and she don't want all them comments upsetting her, trying to let her cheat. Let me tell you something, Abby. There are some indiscretions that I think a woman can work her way through and explain away and justify. And there are some indiscretions where I don't think it's nothing you can do. Like, I don't know if you come back from this one. Like, how do you take him back after this? I mean, I'm sure women will. Let's be clear. I'm sure that there's a place where they would, but baby, that thing was so public. I mean, this thing has gone viral. I mean, it's some like indiscretions you can walk away from, but I don't know how you come back from this one. I don't know how you. Mm. I don't know how you come back from this one, y'all. Yeah, I don't. I mean, and again, let's be clear. Some women and men No matter what happens, they're gonna keep that. They're gonna stick beside him. But baby, this thing right here, ooh, the wife will take him back. It's the husband I'm worried about. I don't think it was no lie. She knew and was happy for him to go, so she could have her real man come over. You know what, Abby? Maybe they said they had a casual business meeting. Maybe. Baby, that thing was a mess. I saw that thing. I don't know if I saw it last night. I think I might have. That might have been one of the things I saw. You know how I'm waking up in the middle of the night, and of course, I got to look at the internet, child. Um, the amount of memes I've seen on Twitter. Oh yeah, this like I said, this thing right here. Yeah, this. Yeah. If you're gonna cheat on me, do it privately. Only me, you, and the mistress needs to know, child. And that's why I said if she was letting him cheat in peace, I don't know if this. I don't know, cause baby, you made this public. I was letting you cheat in peace, and I wasn't good enough. You had to embarrass me all over the internet, worldwide. The CEO daughter is using the scandal to launch her influencer page. Oh boy. Not the Phillies baseball mascots. Lord, 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 Lord. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, they done canceled Stephen Colbert, child. They done canceled Stephen Colbert. And yes, it was political. Stephen Colbert, the Late Show, the Late Late Show, the Later Show, whatever the name of his show is, because I can't keep up with the names, was the highest rated late night show out of all of the major networks. The highest rated. So let me explain. CBS said that they had to cancel the show due to financial issues, right? When your ratings are high, you can charge more for commercials. Therefore, the show garners more income. There's no way that Stephen Colbert, I don't even know what his salary it was or is. There's no way that Stephen Colbert that canceling that show was a financial issue. Even though and I understand they just paid a big old lump sum to Donald Trump, but that's what it is. It's simply censorship, right? It's fascism and it's censorship. And the sooner that y'all all understand that we are living under a fascist regime right now, like Stephen Colbert was a critic of the president, and the president said get rid of him. And CBS bent the knee and kissed the ring. And that's what it is. That's it. Bent the knee and kissed the ring. And the thing about when you give in to a bully, the problem with giving in to a bully is that the bully is going to keep coming back for more. Or an extortionist, however you choose to look at it. But they're going to keep coming back. Like they're not done. So he's gonna just it's gonna be something. It's just gonna keep going being something. It's gonna keep being more. It's gonna keep being more. It's gonna keep being more. Well, that's why they're acquiescing to what Trump wants because they want the merger to be approved. They want the merger to be approved. Now, on the flip side, what I think people aren't paying attention to is the Wall Street Journal today published a story about Donald Trump and Epstein, right? The story that Donald Trump literally called the publisher of the Wall Street Journal yesterday and tried to get the story axed. And the publisher of the Wall Street Journal said, no, we're going to publish the story and we're covered. We have vetted the story. We are comfortable that the information that we are putting out is accurate and it will stand up to whatever test for defamation that you may choose to come up with, right? So they published the story today. And Donald Trump, from my understanding, Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal. But here's the part that I don't think a lot of people, here's the part that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to. Fox News owns the Wall Street Journal. Yes, the same Fox News that was comfortably in the bosom of Donald Trump and MAGA for the last 12 years. Yes, that Fox News. So is this a sign that Rupert Murdoch and Fox News and that whole entity has officially flipped on Trump? Oh, yes. Rupert Murdoch. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because here's the reality of the situation. And I told y'all this months ago. And this is part of the reason why. I mean, do I think that the Democrats could have done certain things? Yeah. But I think I told y'all this months ago that they're going to have MAGA is going to have to turn on itself in order for this regime to collapse because there's really nothing that nothing is a strong word, but there are very limited things that we on the outside could do. We have to wait until they turn on each other and then we can exploit the whole. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this is it, y'all, because I'm not ready to say, oh, this is it. But what I am going to say is it's an interesting turn of events. And what I find to be so interesting is if this is it, right? If this is the turning point, right? It'll be like I said yesterday. This is the hill that MAGA is dying on with everything else that has happened in the last 6 months. Well, really the last 12 years, but certainly the last 6 months. This is the hill that MAGA dies on. Fucking Epstein? Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, Fire, how you doing, Inspire? Know who's making decisions I don't know if Rupert Murdoch is actually making the decisions, but the fact is Fox News or the entity that runs Fox News were the ones that published this story in defiance of Donald Trump. I just find that to be very interesting, y'all. Very, very something to keep an eye on at the very least. And again, I'm not saying that this is where the tables turn. I'm not even saying that this is the beginning of the end of the tables turning. I just find it very interesting. Rosie O'Donnell, I mean, not Rosie O'Donnell, shit. Roseanne Barr. Now, y'all know Roseanne Barr has been a staunch Donald Trump supporter. I mean, a staunch Donald Trump supporter and a racist her damn self. She's made some very racist statements over the last few years, her damn self. She even tweeted out and was like, bruh, we protecting, we're protecting pedos now? We're protecting, SA traffickers and PDF files now. That's what we're doing. When you have Roseanne Barr and Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking out against you, again, I ain't gonna say that this is the end, but I am gonna say it is an interesting turn of events. Something interesting to keep an eye on. That's what I'm saying, lovely Nola. Like all the things that have happened, they were cool with all of that shit. And the funny thing is this. Here's what I find to be so interesting. I think most people would agree that Epstein did all that shit that they said he did. I mean, he was never convicted, so I can't say for certain. I can only say I watched the documentary. Okay. I watched the documentary on Epstein. I watched the documentary on Gasoline Maxwell. I have read things and listen, I believe the victims. That's all I can say is that I believe the victims, right? So y'all, what is it that y'all want from this man? Y'all want confirmation? Because I feel like it's out there. I mean, you want the Epstein file for what? That's what I'm saying, Xavier. Like, I don't understand what it is y'all want. That's why I'm just confused that this is the hill. That's why I'm confused that this is the hill that it looks like MAGA is going to die on. Well, again, I'm not going to say that MAGA is going to die on it. But that's why I find it interesting that this is the hill that y'all are willing to die on. That's a better way for me to say that. This is the hill that y'all are willing to die on. I find that to be so freaking interesting that this is the hill that y'all are willing to die on. Crazy. It's crazy. Not obligated Alcatraz, not Medicaid being cut, not schools money being held, not like all the other things that have happened. Nope, that wasn't it. That wasn't a problem. We don't care about kids not having aftercare summer programs. We don't care about the elderly and vets not having benefits to make sure that they, can go to the doctor and get the medicine they need at an affordable rate. We don't care that 50, 60,000 people have literally been fired from the federal government and agencies that help people, do all the things. We don't even care about the 56,000 men, women, and children that are literally being held in concentration camps all over the place as a result of this regime. No, we don't care about none of that. But that damn Epstein file, oh, that's it right there. That's it. That's it. We ain't got the Epstein file. Oh no. Like that is the hill. Like that is crazy to me that that is the hill that y'all are dying on. That y'all are willing to die on. Because they ain't died on it yet. This could be a blip. And 2 weeks from now, child, they done moved on to something else. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to MAGA, I don't trust none of it. I don't trust none of it when it comes to MAGA. It's a spiritual crisis at this point. The kids can be hungry, just don't. Right. Just don't. Right. Exactly, princess. Just don't F them. That's crazy. So crazy. But anyway, y'all, let me get ready to go in here so I can take my shower and get into bed so I can be out and about tomorrow. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly, but what are we gonna do? But we may decide to hop over to Canada. I don't know. But we're gonna go to Belle Island, which, like I said, I've been wanting to go. I've never been to Belle Island. Hope it's not too crowded on a Saturday. Wasn't it rumored that past presidents were on the island? Listen, we're not gonna sit here and pretend. Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton was listen, Bill Clinton. Let me roll the windows up. I believe Bill Clinton was rumored that Bill Clinton was there. I don't know if I ever heard George Bush. I don't know if I ever heard George Bush's name, but certainly we heard Bill Clinton's name, child. But we ain't about to sit here and pretend like Bill Clinton's name ain't come up, y'all. We ain't gonna play that game. We ain't gonna play that game. Um, that doesn't mean that he was guilty of doing anything, but I mean it is Bill Clinton, so do I think he was with children? Maybe not so much. Do I think that maybe he was with some, did some nefarious things with some women's? Maybe. Maybe. Oh gosh. Oh, get ready to get in his house. I'm tired now. I'm ready to go lay down. Oh boy, 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 boy. All right, y'all. So, depending on what the day shapes up to be tomorrow, I may come live tomorrow and talk to y'all about my day and stuff like that. But if not, I will be talking to y'all soon. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Oh, it was rumored the royals from various families. Well, we know that Andrew, that's why Andrew lost his royal title. Remember? So Andrew, he lost his royal title. And I'm sure there were other dignitaries and CEOs and all of that stuff. I'm certain. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Let me get out of here. Y'all hear Benji barking at me? Benji, it's just me. Bye, y'all.